Hi. It's very bright here, isn't it? Because it's my work desk. I'm actually here at the work desk. But I don't know if you can really see much. I really need to get one of those HD cameras. Oh, eye contact. Okay, this is what I'm noticing from my other videos. I'm trying to make eye contact with myself by doing this. Hi, Shannon. I'm so used to talking to myself that comes naturally. So I need to connect with you. Hi. How you doing? I am very happy to be working. Very happy. This is my work list. It's not done. Okay. 3 pages. That's actually good. That's good. And then wholesale orders. Oh, but I want to show you what I made. Let me see if I can do this. Okay, this is a Terracast skull charm bead. It's really beautiful. Like the artistry of it is really beautiful. There's not a whole lot of skulls that I feel, oh, that's pretty, and I want to decorate my body with it. But this one has a rose pattern on the back of the skull, and its features are just beautifully carved. Oh, I forgot what I was doing. So I just wanted this bead. Like, I've had trouble designing anything with this bead because I love them, and I tend to hoard things and think that they're too special for jewelry I make. So they just sit around. But, you know, I've been making bangles, so I took 12 gauge sterling and measured it around my steel mandrel. And it gives me, where's it at? Oh, here it is. Oh, I was on something already. Look at this baby. It's heavy. It's really loud. This is what it sounds like when you hammer bangles. I usually have my iPod in, so I don't notice it, but the rest of the family does, and it can get really annoying. Are you ready? That's loud. That's only one section. I actually flare the ends of some of my bangles for the open hole punched antique copper bangles. These are the bases for the sari silk and stone wrapped bangles. And I like this because the copper's soft that I can shape it, but then I can work it to the point where it's hard, because the other ones that I was finding mass produced would bend out of shape while you were sliding them on and off. And while copper is still a soft metal, and it may do that if you're not careful, once it's wrapped in a couple layers of sari silk and then however much footage and wire you want to wrap around it, it's really sturdy. Like, I have pieces from years ago. I started making them in 2009 for a workshop that I tried to apply at, and that was Adorn Me, which I guess is not going on anymore. Just kind of sad, but it's because they didn't have me teaching. Anyway, this is all I do. It's so loud. But because it's not completely flat, like we only shaped it on the 3rd rung there, it needs to be hammered this way, and that makes a clean line. Oh, you can't see me again. Can you see that? I'm not very close. Well, at least you can see my hair. That good. It's a good hair day. It's always important to show off good hair. I've had trouble with my hair because I moved from Florida, which had high humidity, and then Missouri is very dry, so my hair has not decided what it wants to do, and I just have to keep up with it. Okay, so that makes it flat, doing that, just hammering both sides of that. I punch a hole right there. That's why I flare it out. And I flare it out so it's not, you can't bend it, you know, but you can still punch a hole through it, because drilling them was really awkward once it was in its curved shape. but really hammering it against anything else to flare out the ends. I guess you could flare out the ends first on your bench block, drill the flat piece of wire, and then shape it into this around a mandrel. You could drill that way, because hole punches are a pain in the butt, aren't they? Eye contact. This is my 4th pair, and it has replaced, let me show you this. This was a thing of beauty when it actually arrived in the mail. Lisa from Lucid Moon Studios gave it her approval, but I have a really hard time managing this thing. Like, look, it's just, it punches holes. There's no doubt about it. But it's like, mammoth. It's just too much, and trying to like balance it on something, and I wouldn't even use that because I could seriously like slip and do some damage to my bench block, and who has money to keep replacing those? But this is like, this is what you have to do. So let's say you wanted to punch a copper disc, which, oh, I already have your imagine that. You would put your so you would line that up like that and punch through. That's not measured. I probably shouldn't do it. Oh, I kind of want to see. So that would probably help. Taking measurements like that so that you have clean lines, and then marking it with this so that when you're actually ready to punch, you don't have to keep opening it while you keep it balanced and then maneuver your disc around on the inside. I'm not gonna punch it because I haven't decided what I'm gonna do with those. And what if I don't want a hole in the bottom? So that's hole punching. Expensive. It's like, just drill a hole. I have so many holes drilled into my scrap wood that it's looks like an ant colony. Anyway, so this one is the Beadsmith 1.5 millimeter holes, which just seems to work for just about everything I do. Maybe I could go bigger, but that thing that I just showed you, its smallest hole looks to be over 2 millimeters, maybe even 3. It's too big. Like, I just couldn't, I didn't like it. I didn't like it, and I didn't like that I paid like $40 for it. This one was only $20, I think. See, it does just fine. Oh, here, can you see the holes? So because there's a metal burr on this side, I just hammer it down into place. That way I don't have to take off any of the metal, because I don't want this any thinner. If I haven't rounded the edges in the beginning, like when the wire is at this point, then I do that now, but these look really nice, so I'm just going to leave them alone, and it goes in the tumbler like that. Just like that. Then it becomes shiny and harder, and then I can make it look old and dull. But some people like them just as the bangle themselves, because you can wire wrap all sorts of focals into them. That's a ship. Can you see that? No. Here. From PMC. But anyway, my point is that they're beautiful finished by themselves, and they are sturdy enough to wear as a bangle by themselves. It's 12 gauge. We just hammered the heck out of it. It's going to be tumbled for like 2 hours. It's just fine to wear on its own. I would seal it. You know how copper is. It just, like, if I were to leave it here on my bench, then it would start to turn like orange and develop spots. So that's why I take them from the tumbler, almost immediately begin my finishing, which is either patinas or antiquing or bright or brush finish, and then I seal that day. So my finishing is all done on one day, and I get to preserve my metal exactly as I wanted it to be. So there, I just made something on my workbench, yay! But now I have all of this to do. And I've kind of messed